Hey man, it's Tony Weston, and I just want to take this opportunity, first of all, to thank you guys who came to session 1 of iMarriage 10.0 back in February. We had a great time together, great lunch, and I appreciate so much Emmanuel Baptist hosting that and encouraging men in their walk with the Lord and with their spouses and families as well. That was a great day. We talked about the whole concept of iMarriage and what it means. We talked about the fact that marriage is good for the couple, marriage is good for the kids, marriage is good for the kingdom, and marriage is good for the culture. And so we kind of laid the groundwork there for why even talk about marriage, why it's such an important thing, and just had a great time looking at that. We talked about the fact that iMarriage is an intentional marriage. It doesn't just happen. Most things in life that have any value are those things that we determine that we're going to go after. We're going to place energy and resources in those areas that really mean something to us. And so in our marriages, we do need to be intentional. That's part of the I of iMarriage. The other part of the I is this thing called intimacy. If you're going to have an iMarriage 10.0, that marriage that would honor God and would honor each other, then we're going to have to be intentional about intimacy, because that's really the purpose behind marriage as God ordained it, that we would have intimacy with another human being. There'll be 3 parts of that we're going to talk about. So for the next 3 sessions, we're going to be getting into well, how do I do that then? Most men that I run into, they say, well, just tell me what to do. Tell me how to do this. And so, guys, we're going to be very practical in our approach on how do you have intimacy in marriage. And we're going to break it down into 3 different areas. The first one is spiritual intimacy. The second one will be emotional intimacy. And then the last one we'll talk about is physical intimacy. Because to have iMarriage 10.0, you've got to have intimacy in all of those areas. And some of us do better in other areas than the others. But what we want is a balance. We want to be able to do well in all of those areas. So this coming session 2, we're going to be talking about spiritual intimacy. And I'm not going to beat you over the head and tell how you ought to be the spiritual leader of your home and what a bad job you're doing and you need to have a 4-hour Bible study every day. We're going to break it down into, why did God put me here on the earth? Why did God gift me the way that He did? What is God wanting from me in a vertical relationship so that I can get the horizontal relationship right? So guys, I hope you'll come. Particularly, guys, if you're on the younger side and maybe just starting this marriage journey, I would encourage you to come. There are things that I've discovered even in the past 2-3 years that I wish I had known back in my 20s and 30s. So I encourage you to carve out the time and come. You'll be able to get back to work on time, and so just make the effort and come and be a part of that. God bless you guys, and I'm going to see you on March the 1st, hopefully, as we talk about iMarriage 10.0.